This is Hamilton Tiger Cats football on the Ticats Audio Network.
Hello and welcome to Ottawa, TD Place, Game 7 of the season for the Hamilton Tiger Cats. I'm RJ Broadhead. Luke Tasker is away this week at a family function. Andy Fantuz is here to call the game, and this is going to be a fun one tonight, Andy, because the Tiger Cats look like they might be on one of those rolls that we've expected them to be on a couple of times this year. And Ottawa has struggled, but the rain. How tough is it to play in the rain? Is that an intangible that maybe would help the underdog Ottawa Redblacks?
Well, it certainly could be, and I guess you could say it's sort of fitting weather for Wednesday night football. Kind of unusual football weather for an unusual night to be playing football. And but yeah, the Ticats coming off 3 out of 4 victories. 3 victories out of 4 games, and Ottawa's been struggling pretty much all season, especially offensively. So certainly an opportunity here to continue the momentum that the Tiger Cats are on. But at the same time, this is professional football, and everybody's getting paid, everybody's lining up and giving it their all, and that rain could have that extra variable to create some unknown tonight and see what we expect.
It will be fun to watch. Tiger Cats hitting the midway point, chance to be above 500, chance to be in first place. That's not too bad when you think they've been through 3 starting quarterbacks. Speedy B, the most outstanding player from 2019. He's missed the last few games. But here they are in a situation where they can lead the East Division. Talk about the rain and the running game, because last game with David Watford in and the starting lineup's the same for the Tiger Cats as it was against the Stampeders on Friday. With David Watford, they ran the ball more than they've run it this season. Do you expect them to do a similar thing, especially now that the conditions favor the run?
Well, they ran it more than they've run it in recent history. I think even since when I started in the CFL, I've never seen Hamilton run it so much. But they had success, and I would expect a similar type of game plan. But on the other side of that, the flip side of that, that Ottawa studied that game, and if they keep creeping up their defense and really clogging the line of scrimmage and preventing those runs and playing that zone across the short pass in the second level. First and second level defenders, if they load that area, then the Tiger Cats are going to have to go up top and spread them out a bit, or else it's going to be a long day. But with the rain, you do expect a little more of a running attack, and especially coming with David Watford in his inexperience. So yeah, I would expect that.
He's 1-0 as a starter. And he led the Tiger Cats in rushing with 35 yards in that game against Calgary. 5 different players for the Tiger Cats had a rushing play and accumulated yards, including a couple of receivers. So we'll probably see a little bit of that again just to keep the defense a bit off balance. And with that running game that hasn't been lights out for the Tiger Cats this year, it's been good, but Ottawa's struggled. Their defense has struggled against the run game. They're currently 9th, allowing almost 109 yards rushing per game. So the opportunity is there for the Tiger Cats to stay on that game plan of running the ball.
It certainly is, and you would expect to see a heavy dose of that. But I'd also be shocked if I didn't see some more pressure from the Redblacks defense tonight, coming off the edge, in particular with all the lateral running game that the Tiger Cats have, using their receivers, and as well to help contain David Watford and make sure he can't scramble and use his legs as much as he did last week. So. I think that would be, for the Tiger Cat offense and Tommy Condell, it's going to be don't do anything, don't give the ball away, don't turn it over, take what they give you, and just execute. Just have a simple game plan and execute, because the defense has been playing outstanding and the special teams has been fundamentally sound and not taking penalties. And we're a couple games since there's been a big return from Frankie Williams, so who knows, that might come again tonight. But one thing to consider, though, is how they came off their last big win on a short week, and when they beat the Toronto Argonauts convincingly.
Yeah, they looked great in that game.
And then on a short week, they go feeling all great, maybe we're better than this team, and all of a sudden they come out completely flat and got punched in the mouth, and Toronto set the intensity level, and Hamilton was trying to catch up all game. So that's got to be a situation that doesn't happen tonight.
Do teams learn from that? Do you think the Tiger Cats learn from that quick turnaround?
I do. Yeah, I absolutely do. And I know that those veterans in that locker room and the coaching staff remind them of what happened 2 weeks ago. And not only do they want to come and have a win, but they also want to continue to get better every single week. So it all starts with that intensity level from the jump and the physicality, especially on a night with the weather conditions like tonight.
So the Tiger Cats coming in after that victory against Calgary, only team in the East Division coming off a victory. In Ottawa, they've dropped 4 in a row. They haven't won at TD Place at home this year. They're 0-2 coming off that bye week. They're hoping they got rested. You talked about the return game. Both teams would be keying on that. Of course, Frankie Williams, we know how great he's been for the Tiger Cats, but Devontae Dedmon is just as dangerous. They're 1-2 in the CFL in combined yards. I know Courtney Stephen talked to Louis B about that it's definitely one of his keys to this game. Do you see in a rainy day where the return game could be a factor?
I absolutely agree with Courtney on this one, that special teams will have to continue its sound play and stay in their lanes, stay penalty free, and don't give up any big plays in that game. And if they get a big play from their return side, that's a bonus. But making sure that don't allow that red-black offense to start on their side of the ball, or even worse, give up some points in the special teams game.
Frankie Williams' returns have been so good that it has Hamilton second in the league on the average drive start line, a 36.8 yard line. Only Saskatchewan better than the Tiger Cats so far this year. And it looks like the Tiger Cats will get the ball first, and the Redblacks will kick off. So we're almost set, about a minute away from the beginning of this game, and it is a big one. The Tiger Cats getting to the midway point of their season, the short 14-game regular season. This is game number 7. They've had all kinds of injuries, controversy, tough turnarounds. This is their 4th game in 17 days, yet they could be above 500 at 4-3 and be in first place in the East Division with a much easier schedule ahead. Now, that doesn't always translate to victories, but the schedule is much better in the next 7 games than the first 7 games.
Tonight is a chance to make a statement in the East Division with all those divisional games coming up and a big chunk of them at home at Tim Hortons Field. This is a chance to really send a message and say, this is the team to beat. We're dominate in all three phases of the game. I want to see some improvement in their offensive production. However, if they can continue that defensive domination that they've been having in their victory so far this year, it's going to be a tough game for that Ottawa side.
Absolutely. Ottawa playing in their 6th game. They're 1-4. They have scored the fewest points, averaging just 16 points per game. They've allowed the most at 31 points against per game. We're underway. TD Place in the rain. The Tiger Cats in their gold pants, white tops, black helmets, and the Redblacks in all black except the red socks. And Frankie Williams still battling on that kickoff to get it close to the 35-yard line, and that's where David Watford and the Hamilton Tiger Cats offense will go to work.
It's going to be a big, it's going to be a big test here for David Watford to make sure he does not turn the ball over again tonight. That would be the number one goal for him in this Tiger Cat offense.
And they kept it simple, Andy, in that first game with David Watford as a starter against Calgary. Didn't throw a touchdown, didn't throw an interception, and it was a lot of short passes. We'll see if that changes much at all. David Watford, 2 receivers to the field side. It is a short pass and a completion to Niko Kalinic, and it will be about a 4-yard gain for the Tiger Cats on that Kalinic catch on the first play of the game.
Yeah, starting in a big package with only 3 receivers spread out with the tight end, an extra lineman and a tight end in the game, and the running back. So showing that they're looking for the run, but coming out in a play action pass to get the game off with a decent gain. So 2nd and 6.
David Watford in the shotgun. Looks like 3 receivers to the boundary side. Watford back to pass, empty backfield. He's got Stephen Dunbar up across the 45, and that should be close to a first down. They're moving the stick, so it is a first down for the Tiger Cats.
Yeah, Stephen Dunbar running the slant from the wide side of the field. That was an excellent job recognizing the zone coverage and slowing his tempo down, and also from David Watford recognizing this and giving it to him on the back shoulder so it didn't give him a hit as soon as he caught the ball.
Hamilton on their own 45, 1st and 10. 4 receivers to the field side. Now Dunbar will go in as a blocker as the ball is handed off to Sean Thomas Erlington. That's some good news that Thomas Erlington, their leading rusher and tied for the touchdown lead with Simone Lawrence, is back in the lineup. About a 3-yard gain on that run.
Certainly is good news to see STE out there. And that run-pass option, trying to key on the defensive end to the field side. I expect to see a lot more of that tonight, so we'll keep an eye out for it.
Ball on the Hamilton 48-yard line. David Watford in the shotgun. Steps back, another short pass. Tim White, he leads the team in yards after catch, and he's going to have to get a few if he wants to get to the first down. He needed to get to midfield, and he just got past the Hamilton 50, so he'll be short of the first down, and Hamilton will have to punt.
Well, it was a screen pass to the short side of the field with all the receivers on the wide side, and it was well set up, and they had 3 offensive linemen out in front of the ball carrier with only 3 defenders to block. However, 2 of the offensive linemen ended up taking 1 guy and left 1 defender free to make the tackle short of the first down mark. So punting situation just on their side, on their own side of the halfway mark.
Michael Domagala into punt, averaging 42.6 yards. So Taylor Bertolette will be the field goal kicker, and Devontae Dedman back to about his 5 to retrieve that kickoff. He's got an opening. He's up to the 30. Domagala comes over and makes the tackle himself at the 30-yard line, and that may have been a point saver anyway for the Hamilton Tiger Cats. Domagala coming in to take down the dangerous Devontae Dedman. Back in Ottawa, TD Place, 7th game of the season for the Tiger Cats. It was a great return when we went to commercial from Devontae Dedman. However, there was a holding penalty, so now Ottawa has to start way back on their own 3, and it is a quarterback keeper immediately for Dominic Davis, and he will grind out 2 or 3 yards on first down for Ottawa, but they're starting deep in their own end, Andy.
Well, fortunate penalty for the Tiger Cats, but let's give some love to Domagala there with an excellent punt
Yes.
right in the corner on the 6-yard line, and somehow there was a lane for Dedman, and Domagala ended up making the tackle, but either all for none, it was a penalty, and this is exactly where the Ticats want to keep the Redblacks in for starting field position.
Ottawa on their own 7. Timothy Flanders trying to spin away, but the linebacking crew of Jovan Santos Knox, Keontae Evans in there, Dylan Wynn also there. They triple team the Ottawa running back, and it will be a quick 2 and out in the field position. Should slant Hamilton's way here.
Exactly. This is a great start for the Ticat defense, flipping the field so they're going to get the ball right pretty much right where they left off, or even in better field position than when they punted it, and have a new set of downs. So excellent 2 and out to start the game, keeping Ottawa pinned inside their own 10-yard line.
That Hamilton defense likely to be such a key in this game. Ottawa has struggled scoring points, and they force the Redblacks to kick from their own end zone. So this should be great field position, but there is a flag on the play.
Time count violation. Ottawa number 13. Have the distance to go. We'll repeat 3rd down.
So kicker Richie Leone took the penalty.
Are you kicking, buddy? Are you kicking it?
Andre Prue, the referee, is...
He's wondering if they're going to give up a safety or not.
Yeah.
He's saying, should we take it easy here, fellas? Or
had his mic still on, so we almost had some inside information there. Are you kicking? I didn't hear the answer, but they are kicking. So Frankie Williams steps in and gets it at about the Ottawa 46, and might have got a yard or two after that, but pretty good coverage by the Redblacks to get to Frankie Williams immediately. But Hamilton will have great field position on their second possession. No scoring yet. Good field position for the Tiger Cats on their second offensive possession. They will start, it looks like, at about the 42 of Ottawa. Were you surprised Ottawa didn't give up a safety there, Andy?
Well, you could see a decision either way on that, but I like the call to punt it away, on, especially on a night like tonight where field position is going to be so important and points are going to be at a premium. I like not giving up 2 points and making the Tiger Cats earn a first down or two before they get into field goal range.
Yeah, that would have been tough. First possession, give up a safety. Here's a short pass from David Watford out to the right, the boundary side, and battling close to the first down. Looks like a gain of about 7 or 8. That was Tim White, who's been the leading receiver for the Tiger Cats in 3 straight games.
Good, easy read and completion on first down to pick up 8 yards. Just 3 receivers to the short side, just running a simple hitch pattern in the zone coverage. So I like the call and I like the read, and good completion to set up a manageable second and 2 here.
Yeah, Tiger Cats haven't had a lot of these second and short. They're on the Ottawa 34. This would be a big first down, make life easier to get some points. And David Watford's going to keep this football, and he's going to get to the 30, and that is enough for the first down.
Good read there by David Watford, seeing the defender come upfield at the potential ball carrier. So he kept the option himself and just found the hole for the first down. Just to get back to that punting question, though, I'm a big fan of punting the ball instead of giving up the safety in this league, and because even like a field goal isn't automatic, and giving up 2 points are very valuable.
That's a very good point. Here's a handoff to Sean Thomas Erlington. He will get to about the 27 of the Redblacks, so a gain of a few on the handoff to Thomas Erlington.
Gave it straight handoff off the left tackle, and it looked like, I think, 20 out of 24 players were all within 5 yards of the ball there. It was no room for anything for Sean Thomas Erlington there, but he still picked up 4 or 5, so good push by the lineman.
They're going to say it was 4, so 2nd and 6. Tiger Cats on the Ottawa 27. Looking at some points here. How many is the question? Empty backfield for David Watford. He'll step back, look to his right, holds onto it, runs a couple of steps, and he was eyeing Stephen Dunbar, but it was over his head, might have been thrown away. It's incomplete.
He was looking at the short side of the field there with the classic smash pattern, a hitch with the corner over top, and they had it well defended. They were in a cut coverage and actually had a safety rolled over top as well. So there was nothing there. He should have came back to his check down right in the middle of the field, and I believe that was Unger the second.
So the field goal looks like it will be from the 34-yard line. And Taylor Bertolette, who was perfect on Friday against Calgary, 5 for 5, a huge game for him. Big reason why the Tiger Cats were able to win, and he's
wide right.
Missed it. Wide to the right. And that is extremely disappointing for the Tiger Cats, who got great field position, looked like they were going to get sure points, did not get the field goal.
Well, the ball did sail through the end zone, so it will be a rouge, a single for the Ticats. So they are on the board, but disappointing outcome when you're in that type of field position.
Tiger Cats leading Ottawa 1-0. The Taylor Bertolette field goal attempt went right over the right upright, and he thought he had made it. Here's an early handoff for Ottawa, and they will get close to the first down on first down. They'll be about a yard short.
That was certainly an interesting kick with a little bit of a draw on it and going over top of the upright. So from his perspective, it landed inside the uprights, but I think when it went over the post, it was just outside the upright.
Dominic Davis was trying for the quarterback keeper, and this Hamilton defense looks like they've come up huge again. He appears that he's going to be short of the first down, maybe got back to the line of scrimmage where they were still about 1.5 yards away from the first down.
This is a long 3rd and 1 here if they're going to go for it. They had an excellent pickup on first down, and then the Tiger Cats were all over that second down attempt in the backfield, starting with Simone Lawrence and Garrett Davis up on the right side. He spun just to get back to the line. Here it is, 3rd and 1.
Davis under center, trying for the keeper again. The defense holding on, and Simone Lawrence plucks Dominic Davis off the pile and pulls him back. The Hamilton defense does it. They force the Redblacks to turn it over on downs. They had 2 cracks at it from about 1.5 yards, and they could not get any gain. That defense is unbelievable.
Oh, they plugged it up nicely there on the right side of the defensive line. There's no chance he got that. He had to get right to the 45-yard line because they started on the 35, and yeah, not even close, not even within a foot or two. So, wow, big stand for the defense and turnover. Chance for some more points for this offense. Good job. Simone in there again. Wow, he's all over the place.
So, starting from the Ottawa 45, Hamilton leading the game 1-0. Taylor Bertolette missing the field goal by millimeters. David Watford looking deep. We haven't seen much of this. He's got a receiver down there, and it was just overthrown out of the reach of Tim White, but he was the only one who would have had a chance at that football. Incomplete on the deep ball from David Watford.
A bit of a missed opportunity there. Tim White was running a post, and I don't know if David Watford thought he was just going to stay up the seam, right up the far hash mark, but he, a little bit of a corner post, and he took it towards the front pylon on the near side of the field, but David Watford threw it right up the hash, and he could not adjust over his head with the long ball.
Ball on the right hash. David Watford takes a look to his left. The waggle starts, and now Watford back to pass, standing about at midfield. Needed the first down on second down here, and it was pretty good coverage on Stephen Dunbar. Ball is knocked away by Marcus Lewis. It's incomplete.
That's one Stephen Dunbar is going to want back. Watch, he's got the big team formation, so he has the waggle and on the near side of the field, and he runs into the cover 3, into the blind spot, and runs a great curl route, and David Watford puts it right where it needs to be, and that's just a drop. Unfortunately, he was going to get hit as he caught it, but that's a catch he has to make. It would have been about a 15 or 16-yard gain.
A little more difficult field goal this time for Taylor Bertolette. It'll be from the 52. Bertolette 0 for 1 tonight, and that one wasn't too long ago. This one on a line, and this time he misses to the left. And Devontae Dedman will run this ball out. He's at the 10, still trying to escape the Tiger Cats, and they'll stop Dedman just before the 20. Might have got to the 18, but that is 2 misses for Taylor Bertolette early on, and still a 1-0 lead for the Tiger Cats.
Disappointing miss there after a 5-for-5 outing last week, starting off 0 for 2, but it is what it is, one of those games.
4 minutes, 43 seconds to go in the first quarter in Ottawa, TD Place. It is a 1-0 lead for the Tiger Cats, a low-scoring game. Taylor Bertolette has missed a couple of field goals, one from 52, one, we had to see a few replays of it, directly over the right upright, and then he missed to the left on the second one. So this defense for the Tiger Cats has been amazing again. Third possession for Ottawa, and they're starting deep in their own end. It's a completed pass to Anthony Coombs, and he will get up to close to the 25, and it will be second down.
Yeah, they tried a wide receiver screen to the wide side of the field, and Frankie Williams, fundamentally sound, creating the edge, forcing him to cut back in where all his buddies are to help make the tackle, and short 5-yard gain. Excellent defense again.
Frankie Williams, 13 tackles in his last 3 games. Another 2nd and mid here for Ottawa. 2nd and 5. Dominic Davis is going deep. Deontay Evans in on the coverage, and he's able to knock the ball away. So it's incomplete. The intended receiver was Kenny Stafford as Ottawa tried to stretch the field, and they will have to punt again.
Yeah, you could call him the intended receiver, but really he was the defender on that play. Deontay Evans was all over that. I don't know where Dominic Davis was throwing this ball. Looked like he was throwing it to Deontay Evans, and Kenny Stafford did a good job breaking that play up to prevent the interception.
Frankie Williams back for this punt, and he's back inside his own 40. Now he'll come running up, and he will catch the punt at about his own 50, and he wanted to make sure he secured it. It's rainy in Ottawa, and he went down to a knee, and by the time he got back up, the coverage team was right there. So it looks like the Tiger Cats will start around their own 51-yard line.
Well, the scoreboard might not show it, but this is the exact kind of game that the Tiger Cats want to have right now. Their defense has forced 3 2-and-outs and really haven't given any slight hope for the Ottawa Redblack offense. So we just got to string a few first downs together here. Excuse me.
David Watford takes the snap, hands off to Sean Thomas Erlington. He finds an opening over on that right side, right at the numbers, and he's into Ottawa territory, maybe a yard short of the first down.
Great push by the offensive line on the right side. Yarbrough, Murray, and Sirocco in there. Just Sean Thomas Erlington was 4 yards downfield before he got touched. Excellent job.
Ottawa's first 3 drives, 9 plays, just 19 yards. They've had to punt twice and turned it over once on downs. So the defense doing its job again for the Ticats. 2nd and 2. And David Watford is keeping it again. And it looks like he should be just enough for the first down by maybe a half a foot or so.
That looked like a design run right from the get-go. He did have a running back next to him, but he did not wait for him to block it. I think he saw the opening, saw he could get the first down, so he just went for it and picked up about 3 or 4.
Rainy day in Ottawa. Referee has the towel on the ball before the play is whistled in. David Watford, 3 receivers to the field side, but it's a handoff to Sean Thomas Erlington again on first down, and he will get 4, maybe 5 yards on that run.
The Ticats are sticking with the ground and pound right now, and it's working. Getting chunks of yards, keeping this offensive line active and wearing down the Ottawa defense. I like the game plan.
It'll be 2nd and 6 from the Ottawa 44. So once again, the Hamilton offense in Ottawa territory and threatening for points. The score is only 1-0. Taylor Bertolet, he's missed 2 field goals and not by much. So he's been close. Will he get another opportunity, or will the Tiger Cats get a little more? What a catch that was by Nico Kalinic. The pass from Watford was behind him. He one-handed it. That's an Andy Fantuz grab right there.
Wow, what a catch. For a big man, he was running laterally on that play and just stuck his right hand behind him, and it just, even in this rain, oh my goodness, what a catch. Excellent.
That's big to get the first down, too.
Good awareness, too, to pick up the first down, hurtling over that defender as he tackled him.
So now on the Ottawa 37, a fresh set of downs for the Tiger Cats. Watford hands off. This time it is Pappy White getting involved, and not much there. So the Redblacks, not a surprise, probably watched some tape from last week and knew those receiver handoffs were going to come.
Well, we're seeing a heavy dose of Kalinic here in the big team formation, as you'd say, or not the 5 receiver formation. So the running formations or play action formations, and that time there was just a missed block on the edge. Otherwise, it looked like another promising run, like a lateral wide receiver run there.
No gain on first down, so 2nd and 10 from the Ottawa 37. 3 receivers to the boundary side. This time it's a pass to Pappy White, and he's able to sidestep a tackle and get a couple extra yards out of it. And he's not going to have enough for the first down, so here we are again. Taylor Bertolet coming on for a field goal attempt.
Another wide receiver screen to the short side of the field, David Watford's left, and it was 2-on-2, 2 blockers for 2 defenders, and one guy just wasn't able to make the block, but Pappy White made an excellent juke inside. He just took a little bit too long, and some of the help from inside were able to come and make the tackle before the first down.
This looks like it'll be from about the 40, this time from the left hash. Broadhead has missed from 34 yards and 52 yards. There's the snap, the hold, the kick. And this time, it's good. So Taylor Broadhead hits the field goal, and the Tiger Cats in a low-scoring first quarter able to lead the Redblacks 4-0. Second quarter just getting underway in Ottawa. Ryan Davis on the kickoff return, and he will get close to his own 30. The score is 4-0 for the Tiger Cats after the first quarter. And shockingly, Andy, that's the third highest scoring fourth quarter for the Tiger Cats this season.
Yeah, the Tiger Cats haven't come out strong in the first quarter in a few games, but it's still, you got to look at this game as a whole and be pretty pleased with yourself. They definitely learned from their last short week and came out with way more physicality than their opposition, and they're dominating the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball.
So this defense trying to keep doing what they're doing, and on first down, Timothy Flanders trying to find an opening, but nothing there. That D-line rock solid. Julian Hauser's in there, Dylan Wynn, Ted Laurent, and a minimal gain, if anything, on first down for Ottawa.
It is so hard to run when you have Dylan Wynn and Ted Laurent just completely standing up the offensive linemen right in your holes, the gaps that you're trying to run through. So when the running back has to pause behind the line of scrimmage, it allows the linebackers just to come in there and make the tackle. Excellent team defense on that play.
2nd and 9. Dominic Davis step back. Now he rolls to his right. He's motioning downfield, and he throws the pass just beyond the first down marker, and it is caught by Nate Bahar. It's a first down for Ottawa, their first down of the game, and it's Bahar who's the favorite second down target for Davis this season.
Hamilton was in a double cut defense there with only 3 rushers, so they had 6 defenders across the second level. However, Dominic Davis was able to extend the play with his legs and find a receiver scrambling.
2 receivers to the boundary side. It'll be the field side where Davis goes, and again he completes to Nate Bahar, who got 4 or 5 on that reception.
That's a long throw to the wide side of the field for only 5 yards. I think the Ticats will be happy to force him to make that throw a few times today, because you misthrow one of those and that's pick 6 all over it.
5-yard gain on that catch, so 2nd and 5 here for the Redblacks. Hamilton defense, 9th straight quarter without allowing 7 points or fewer, and that's that first quarter. And a flag in the Ottawa backfield.
Ottawa number 65.
Left tackle jumped early.
5-yard penalty.
Can be back to 2nd and 10.
Second down.
So the Redblacks, it's been a struggle for them. 1-4. They won their first game of the year in Edmonton, 16-12. They've lost 4 straight since.
Yeah, a penalty like that kills you. As soon as you have a manageable second down, 2nd and 5, you get a penalty like that. It's just unnecessary.
And this Ticats defense is licking their chops. Dylan Wynn trying to hunt down Dominic Davis, and he just slings that out there. And Tunde Adeleke thought he had a chance at it. He dove for it, and he wasn't far away, but it does go incomplete.
There's a flag in the backfield, but if you're looking at the receivers and DBs downfield, there is absolutely nothing for the Redblacks to throw to right now. And that's a holding penalty on Ottawa, so regardless, another outstanding showing by the Hamilton defense.
Yeah, they bent a little, gave up the first down of the game, and that was it. So another kicking situation for Ottawa.
Hamilton has 2 returners in the game now to ensure they get some good field position here. They're lined up at their own 25-yard line.
Frankie Williams, and it looks like Pappy White is the other returner back there. Here's the kick from Richie Leone. And Frankie Williams catches it just in front of his own 20, and he'll get to the 29-yard line. Again, good coverage on this special teams of Ottawa.
Well, an obvious halo infraction by the Ottawa cover team there, so a 15-yard penalty tacked onto that one.
Tiger Cats leading the Redblacks 4-0. Not breaking any offensive records, but both defenses have been rock solid. RJ Broadhead with Andy Fantuz. And here are the Tiger Cats ready to get set. David Watford takes the snap, does a quick turn, and tosses to Tim White, who will get maybe about 7 yards on the play.
What a clever play design there. They started with 3 receivers to the field and motioned 2 of the slot backs to the boundary and ended up running a mini screen pass to the fullback there. And if they wasn't for a missed block, that would have been first down easy.
3 receivers to the boundary side, and Tim White goes in front of David Watford again. He'll take the handoff. He'll get the first down, and a flag comes in. This might be a horse collar tackle.
Yeah, it sure looked like it from here. But another interesting play call. Let's hear the call.
Foul. Unnecessary roughness or scholar tackle. Ottawa number 0. 15-yard penalty enforced from the end of the run and a first down.
Yeah, I've been coached by Coach Lapolice, the head coach of the Redblacks. I had him for 3 years, and I know he's boiling up right now. In a game like this, these major fouls are just complete killers when you have no momentum going in any other way. It's the last thing you want to do is shoot yourself in the foot.
So no yards on the kick, and then a major foul, and all of a sudden the Tiger Cats find themselves in Ottawa territory again. Play action, David Watford with some time, has to run from the pressure, and then he dumps the pass off to Jalen Acklin, who's running down the sideline, gets inside the 20, and they'll mark him out at the 11-yard line. So a huge gain for Acklin, and the Tiger Cats are in the red zone.
Wow, I don't think I've ever seen anyone tiptoe up the hash marks along the sideline for 20, 25 yards there. Looked like he was going to get pushed out for about a 3-yard gain, and boy, he just kept going. Yeah, the guys tried to push him out, but stayed in bounds. Excellent.
36-yard gain. Pass from Watford, and the Tiger Cats get the touchdown. It's Stephen Dunbar Jr. And the Tiger Cats continue to roll. Big gain of Jalen Acklin, and now Stephen Dunbar gets it done. And that is the first touchdown pass for David Watford with the Hamilton Tiger Cats.
The Ottawa Redblacks were completely outnumbered to the short side of the field. They ran another wide receiver screen to Stephen Dunbar, and there were 3 guys blocking the second defender there. So definitely no room to make the tackle. Look at that, 3-on-2. Just walked in. That would have been good from 100.
Well, everything working for the Tiger Cats. Taylor Bertolette comes on for the convert. Snap looks good. The kick, and it is good. So the converted touchdown puts the Tiger Cats ahead 11-0. Still early in the second quarter. David Watford throws his first touchdown pass with the Hamilton Tiger Cats to Stephen Dunbar Jr., and it's 11-0 in the second quarter. Just under 11 minutes to go in the second quarter. And the Tiger Cats will kick this off. And the defense will go back to work, and that defense has been as advertised against this struggling Ottawa offense. Redblacks haven't had much going on.
They haven't even had a glimpse of hope yet. So if the Tiger Cats keep that up, this is going to be a long night for these Redblacks. They only have 36 net yards in the whole first quarter and 5 minutes here. Gee, it's going to be a long night. They need to change their game plan.
Well, they have a good kick return game, we know that, and there's some trouble here for the Tiger Cats. The ball brought to almost midfield by Devontae Dedman. He leads the league in combined yards, and that is an amazing kick return for Ottawa. They needed that.
Yeah, a little spark for the Redblacks offense here, but we got to give some love to the execution on that touchdown play. This is exactly how you draw up a tunnel screen in training camp, and I can say from experience, it never happens this easy. Holy cow, you got 3 offensive line with 1 guy to block. But Excellent job by Ackland, making sure you secure the cornerback, Dunbar's man, and then he just waited for his O-lineman and got into the end zone.
Dominic Davis, he's flushed out of the pocket, running toward the right sideline, and the pass is incomplete, and the rain seems to be picking up here in Ottawa. Redblacks on their own 52. It was a great kick return by Devontae Dedman, but now this Hamilton defense has put Ottawa in another 2nd and long.
When you're playing this dominant and the Ottawa Redblacks are taking penalties, it's tough to get anything going.
Dominic Davis, 3 receivers to the field side. He's looking that way. He's got a little bit of time, and he makes a short pass up the middle. It's caught by R.J. Harris. Jovan Santos Knox there immediately, and the Ottawa Redblacks, short of the first down, will be punting again.
Yeah, you're going to give that up all day if you're the Hamilton Tiger Cat defense. Just a 5-yard check down over the middle. Excellent. Good job again getting the ball back.
So the Tiger Cats, fresh off the first touchdown of the game, will get another opportunity. Frankie Williams in the rain, standing near his own end zone. Leone just gets the punt away, and there is Frankie Williams, and is there a flag on the play? Looked like there were a lot of Ottawa players right there. 9 minutes, 13 seconds to go in the half. Hamilton leads Ottawa 11-0, and they will start this drive from their own 20. The handoff goes to let's see who that is. It's Malik Irons who gets his first carry of the game, and it will be a gain of about 4 or 5 on first down for the Tiger Cats.
Let's see if they can put together a complement of plays like they did that last drive. Just completely confusing that Red Black defense.
David Watford in his last 2 games, 28 for 37. That equates to 76%. 2nd and 5. He's run a lot of these on a quarterback keeper, but drops back in the shotgun this time. He might have to run. He shovels it out to Malik Irons, who will get close to the first down. Looks like he might just be short.
If he is short, I think that's in the range where you would go for it on 3rd down. Good job by Watford there, getting the ball out of his hands and not taking a sack and putting it in a playmaker's hand. And Malik Irons, what a truck stick there to almost get the first down. Let's see what he, first down it is.
So they won't have to measure, they won't have to make a decision. Tiger Cats get the first down. Irons was in there blocking, realized Watford was in trouble, rolled to his left and got open and got the first down. So now the Tiger Cats up to their own 30-yard line with a fresh set of downs. 7 minutes, 40 seconds to go in the half. Watford under center, play action. Then he'll flip it to Pappy White, but that is not going to work at all for the Tiger Cats. Brought down immediately by Micah Alway, who's one of the top tacklers on this Redblacks team. The linebacker got there in a hurry, and that is going to be loss for the Tiger Cats.
That's one of those plays that we used to call a ghost play, where they fake the dive to the running back inside and then flip it on the big reverse sweep, like the big bowing circle sweep around. But the short side halfback there was not fooled. Or, excuse me, the Will linebacker.
David Watford takes the snap, rolls to his right immediately, throws up the middle. It is caught by Jalen Ackland, and he will get it to about the 30, which was the original line of scrimmage, and the punt team comes out.
2nd and 18 is a tough position to convert, so not a bad choice there, gaining half of it back for the field position battle.
First time Hamilton has had to punt in their last 5 possessions. 11-0 lead. Tiger Cats are ahead of the Redblacks. Just over 6 minutes to go in the half. Michael Damagala back to kick. He just gets that away. It is rainy. It is a tough night, and just to get a handle on the ball and get that punt away, Domagala did, and it is returned to the Ottawa 45.
Not quite as nice as his first punt, but still effective, forcing the returner to catch it right on the numbers, which allows the cover team to have that sideline close by with it. So that's the only defender who's never missed a tackle. Did you know that, RJ?
I didn't know that.
The sideline.
Perfect. Always leads. Ottawa 1 first down in the game. And there's under 6 minutes to go in the half. Miscalculation. The ball is loose, and Hamilton looks like they have it.
Oh, boy.
Dominic Davis tried a handoff. It didn't work. And then he couldn't jump on the ball himself, and it went right to the Tiger Cats. I didn't see who got on the ball for Hamilton, but it is Hamilton football. Looked like it might have been Cameron Kelly.
That was ugly. 2 fumbles on one play by the quarterback, Davis. He didn't catch the snap cleanly. It hit him right in the belt line in his stomach, and he was late trying to hand it off to the running back on the jet sweep there. Then the ball fell to the ground, and he tried to jump on it, but
that wet weather.
Yeah, just kind of kicked it right to the Hamilton side of the line of scrimmage, and easy pickings for that defense.
They were trying to give Hamilton a taste of their medicine with Ryan Davis, the receiver, trying to get the handoff. They might not try that one again. 13th turnover in the last 4 games for the Redblacks. And great starting field position for David Watford and the Tiger Cats. The Tiger Cats will take a timeout here with 5 minutes and 23 seconds to go.
This is just ugly in every way for this Ottawa team. You'd think coming off a bye week, they may have cleaned some of these issues up and came with a little bit of a different game plan, but they need some serious halftime adjustments if they're going to have a chance for the rest of this game.
I know I asked you on Ticats this week if the Hamilton defense is the best in the league. Your answer was great about Winnipeg. Tough to argue with that. BC's been really good, but the Hamilton defense has been the backbone for sure for the Tiger Cats. Here's a flip to Pappy White, and he'll get about 3 yards almost to the Ottawa 40.
Well, when they're on, this Hamilton defense. But I'm a big believer in, you got to beat the champs to be the champs. So, and so far their head-to-head matchup.
Well, neither team got to 20 points in that one, but it was the first game of the year, and maybe it's a collision course down the road. We will see, but still, lots of football to go. Ottawa playing in their 6th game. This is the midway point for the Tiger Cats, trying to finish the midway point above 500. The pass intended for Stephen Dunbar and probably should have been picked off. Marcus Lewis looked like he had the best crack at it, the cornerback of the Redblacks.
One of the few straight dropbacks for Watford so far tonight, and he tried to just hit the 10-yard curl route to Dunbar on the short side, but he just was a little bit late on his delivery. He waited until Dunbar came out of his route, and that was too long. And you're right, it should have been intercepted and could have possibly been returned for a touchdown if he didn't fall down there.
Taylor Bertolet on for another field goal, and this will be a 50-yarder. He made a field goal from 40 yards. He's missed 2 tonight from 34 and 52. This one is up. This one is good. So Taylor Bertolet is hit his last 2 field goals, and Hamilton extends its lead now 14-0 with 4 minutes and 17 seconds to go in the half.
Yeah, just keep piling it on, play mistake-free, and continue to put the pressure on with that defense. Come out on top.
Turnovers costing the Ottawa Redblacks, 13 of them in their last 4 games, and Hamilton takes advantage. Another field goal, so Taylor Bertolet, that's 7 field goals in his last 2 games. And there will be another opportunity here for Ottawa to try to get something going. But the way things are going with the Hamilton defense and have gone, the way they've created turnovers, you almost get the sense that they might be thinking another big play before the end of the half here.
Yeah, an opportunity for Hamilton puts more points on if they get another 2 and out here, or get the ball back. And under 3 minutes left, the clock's going to stop after every play, so a ton of time left for both teams. So we'll see if Ottawa can string something together here against Hamilton, but it's been ugly so far.
It has. The biggest positive for the Redblacks has been the kick returning of Devontae Dedmon, and they will hope for more success here. It looks like he and Ryan Davis are back. Ottawa just 16 rush yards in the game, just 26 passing yards. And flip back to Dedmon, and he is tackled at about the 25. Good coverage. Felix Gauthier, who's been great on special teams for Hamilton, was in there quickly.
Yeah, great kickoff coverage there. Anytime you can pin the opposition inside their own 30 is a win on the kickoff cover team. So I think they're starting from the 27.
Might have been Tyler Turnowski on that tackle, but the special teams has been a strong point for the Tiger Cats. Just under 4 minutes to go in the half. Starting on their own 27. It's a handoff to Timothy Flanders. A little bit of room up the middle. He's finally stopped by Jovan Santos Knox and might be a yard short of the first down.
The interior linemen of the Redblacks finally got some push against those big boys up front for the Ticats and created a hole. That was their best offensive play of the night, in my opinion.
And they will be, looks like, 2 yards short of the first down. Let's see what this Hamilton defense can do. Dominic Davis in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the boundary side in motion. High snap. Davis knocks it down, and right away, it's a loss. It's Jagarrett Davis got into the backfield and took Flanders down. So instead of 3rd and 2, it's going to be 3rd and 4. What a tackle for a loss that was by Jagarrett Davis.
Jagarrett Davis was shot out of a cannon there. He was at the running back as soon as he got the ball, 4 yards in the backfield. He must have been in the huddle and got the snap count there. Wow, what a play.
That takes us to the 3-minute warning. Ottawa will be punting, so Hamilton will have the ball back. We'll have plenty of time to try to build on their 14-0 lead in Ottawa. You're listening across the Ticats Audio Network.
You're listening to Hamilton Tiger Cats football on the Ticats Audio Network.
Back at TD Place in Ottawa, RJ Broadhead, Andy Fantuz. We're at the 3-minute warning, getting close to halftime, and it has been all Tiger Cats. 14-0 lead against the Redblacks, and Richie Leone's out there again. He's been out there a lot. He's the punter for Ottawa.
He certainly has been out there a lot. Wow.
1 first down in the game, and they're going to try a little trickery. They won't get to the first down, so they had to try something. It was a direct snap.
Direct snap to the up back there. Tried to run it to the short side of the field, and Nick Cross read it the whole way. They only got 2 yards on the play, and they needed 4.
So that was a direct snap to Marco Dubois. And Nick Cross, 22 years old, youngest player on the Tiger Cats, and he just seems to have multiple special teams tackles every game, leads the Tiger Cats in special teams tackles, and puts Hamilton in a great spot for more points. Starting on the Ottawa 34. This is the 3rd turnover for the Redblacks. David Watford is keeping, and he's to the 25, down to the 20. And a first down for Hamilton with plenty of time to go in the half.
Great play call there, motioning the receivers so you had 4 on the wide side of the field and a designed draw, QB draw from the start. And good blocking by Revenberg and Thomas Erlington here to create the hole on the second level. So Watford got about 12 yards before he even got touched. Look at that, drive a bus through that hole.
Ball on the 21-yard line, 4 receivers just to the left, and that pass dropped by Tim White, but it may have been tipped by Avery Ellis, who leads the Redblacks in quarterback sacks. He took a wave of that football and came very close to knocking it out of midair, but White had a hand on it, couldn't hang on to it.
Another designed wide receiver screen type play with good blocking in front, so too bad he couldn't hang on to that one for Tim White. He had some room in front of him.
Hamilton on the Ottawa 21. 2nd and 10. David Watford, 4 receivers to the field side. He's going to keep the football again. Gets to the 15, down to the 12-yard line, it looks like, and he needed to get just inside the 12. Depends where they spot this, but this is going to be close to a first down.
They showed another wide receiver screen to the far side of the field, but it was a QB draw the whole way. Or it could have been one of those. Oh, here they go. Going for it.
David Watford under center. And did he get enough forward momentum to get that first down? This will be close. That wet field definitely wasn't helping Watford, who was really trying to dig his cleats in and drive for a few more inches. And Ottawa's saying no chance.
That was close. I don't know.
Happy White's there. He's pointing that it should be a first down.
I don't think so.
Well, they might have to measure this. Again, now Pappy White has a little more support in big 6'9", 325-pound Jordan Murray. You can see that big arm indicating that it's a first down, but big play here. Did David Watford have enough for the first down? The sticks are on the field, and you're right, Andy, he didn't have enough. So Ottawa escapes giving up more points.
Avery Williams, the middle linebacker for Ottawa, just jumped right over the line of scrimmage and hit Watford in the backfield. So good read by him and execution to make the biggest play for Ottawa so far this game.
Coach O had to go for that, though, don't you think?
Yeah, it's one of those, like 3rd and 1. I think you keep the pressure on. You've been moving the ball well. I think that was a good call. Ottawa's got it inside their own 12-yard line. I mean,
still over 2 minutes to go. Might even get the ball back if the defense can keep playing like they are. Empty backfield for Dominic Davis. He slings a pass, and Frankie Williams looks like he got a hand on it to knock that away. It is incomplete.
Poor read there by Davis. Curl flat concept to the short side of the field, and the corner route, Frankie Williams, kind of attached to the curl, so he could have hit the flat and got close to the first down and got out of bounds, but I don't think he saw him and he just overthrew that curl.
Ottawa 2nd and 10 from their own 12. This Hamilton defense trying to force another kick. A screen pass, and Flanders, the running back, can't come up with it. He dropped it. It's incomplete, and Ottawa's going to have to kick again. So the Hamilton defense, another 2 and out, and they will get the offense back on the field before the end of the half.
Geez, when it rains, it pours, and no pun intended with this weather tonight, but Flanders, good setup screen there by the Redblacks, and he had a chance. He had a lot of room in front of him, but just dropped a easy pass right in his mitts. So disappointing for the Redblacks.
Dominic Davis, 1 for his last 5, just 4 yards passing in that one completion. Richie Leone from his own end zone again. Pretty good kick. That'll send Frankie Williams back past his 45, gets up to the 50, and now it looks like the Redblacks are on Frankie Williams, and they will bring him down. So Hamilton will have the football just on their side of midfield, a 54-yard punt, and there's 1:43 to go. So let's see what David Watford and this offense can do late in the half.
60 yards to go, 1:43. I'd like to see a little bit of urgency here and see if they can put the ball in the end zone, put a statement onto this game before halftime.
Hamilton at their own 50. David Watford takes a look to his left. He's got 3 receivers to the field side. Looks to the boundary side, though. It's a completion to Stephen Dunbar, who steps out of bounds after a 7-yard gain.
The Redblacks have been showing a lot of zone tonight, so an easy read concept to the short side of the field with a hitch by the slot back and a quick out by the wide receiver and the low player attached to the hitch. So easy read for Watford there, and pickup of 6 and get out of bounds for Dunbar.
So just across midfield on the Ottawa 54. It is 2nd and 4. Watford hands off to Sean Thomas Erlington. Wanted to go up the middle. There was nothing there, so he went to the outside to the right, and he will have enough for the first down. A good run from Sean Thomas Erlington.
Yeah, good patience and bounce out, like you said, RJ. He tried to go right up the middle with Ackland leading, or was it Kalinick leading the way, and gave himself time for the receiver to seal the edge and get right to the sideline. Good patience and bounce out. Watford trying to get in there and get a block too, but didn't quite get in there in time.
He's a team player. 13 yards on that gain for Sean Thomas Erlington. 4 receivers to the field side. It's a quick pitch to Thomas Erlington again, and he will get a gain of a couple just past the Ottawa 40.
The Redblacks read that one really well, and a good thing there was some good blocking by the receivers. Otherwise, he would have been met in the backfield for a loss of about 4 or 5. But he was able to get past the line of scrimmage and at least pick up 1 for 2nd and 9.
Big down here, 2nd and 8, late in the half. Ticats could use a first down. Short pass up to the line of scrimmage. And Dunbar trying to get some yards after the catch. Won't be enough for the first down. He'll be a couple of yards shy of that. With 1:14 on the clock, we're going to see Taylor Bertolette come out to try for his 3rd field goal of the game.
The Ticats tried the same tunnel screen that they scored their touchdown on, and it wasn't executed quite as well. The Redblacks did read it a bit better, but Dunbar had to come further inside to catch the ball and wasn't able to break it back outside after that initial kick-out block by his slot back.
Taylor Bertolette missed his first 2, not by much. Missed 1 to the right, 1 to the left, and then he centered the last 2. He's hit from 40 and 50. This is a 43-yard attempt for Bertolette, and this is wide to the right. Devontae Dedman running it out. He running to his left, gets past the 20, almost to the 25, and then he's knocked out of bounds. So Bertolette now 2 for 5 in the game in field goals, and Hamilton stays ahead 14-0.
See what Ottawa is going to do here with only 43 seconds left on their own 22. Do they try to put something together when they haven't had any success so far this entire game? Or do they just play it safe and be happy with being down only 2 scores going into halftime?
Boy, you'd think they'd want to get some momentum going into the half. Davis hands off to Timothy Flanders, gets past the original line of scrimmage, and now the Tiger Cats trying to team up, but he'll be close to the first down. They'll likely give him the first down with that forward progress. Santos, Knox, and Adeleke in on the tackle.
Well, they showed spread offense, but they ended up running a draw to the running back, and it was a pretty good offensive play, but Hamilton's willing to give that up at this point in the half.
Second first down of the game for the Redblacks. That one on the ground, and they'll keep it on the ground. Here's Flanders again, wanted to go to his left. That was cut off by the Tiger Cats, tried to cut back inside, and there was nothing there, so it is a gain of maybe 2 on the play.
Looks like they're going to be happy going into the locker room, only down 2 scores, and I would be too if I'm honest with you, with the way the game's been going and how they've been playing. Couldn't ask for a better showing from this Hamilton defense so far. Wow, that's impressive. Last play of the half.
Dominic Davis will hand off again, and it's Flanders again, weaving his way through for a few more yards. It was enough for a first down. Won't matter, though. There's no time left on the clock. And it was all Hamilton Tiger Cats in that opening half. They have their biggest lead at halftime this season, 14-0. Hamilton leads Ottawa. Welcome back to Ottawa, TD Place. The Hamilton Tiger Cats leading the Ottawa Redblacks 14-0. I'm RJ Broadhead along with Andy Fantuz, and that is a pretty good half of football, especially for the defense of the Hamilton Tiger Cats. They gave Ottawa nothing.
Absolutely nothing. Everything going Hamilton's way right now. I think the only positive for Ottawa is just this really nice stadium they have here inside the heart of Lansdowne Park in the Glebe. But I always enjoyed playing at this stadium. The fans are right on top of you, right down on field level. Pretty cool place to play.
Yeah, it's a great setup they have in Ottawa. It was not a good first half. It hasn't been a good stretch. Ottawa has lost 4 in a row. They've been shut out in 4 straight quarters. They will start with the ball to begin the second half. Devontae Dedmon, he is dangerous. Looked like he was running well to his left, and at special teams for the Tiger Cats was able to close the gap. Felix Garon-Gauthier in there, Stavros Katsantonis, couple of rookies doing a great job on special teams. And the Redblacks will start just outside their 25.
Another disciplined kickoff cover rundown for the Ticats, holding Ottawa inside their 30 again. So another win for the Ticats cover team.
Starting on their own 26-yard line, Dominic Davis banked to pass, and he was looking for R.J. Harris just over the middle, and he couldn't come up with the ball. It is incomplete on first down.
Well, some confusion for the Ottawa Redblacks receivers there. The running back and the receiver were both the check down in the middle of the field right next to each other, and that's where the quarterback tried to throw the ball. So broken play, mistake there by the Red Black offense. Not the way you want to start the second half.
Dominic Davis 4 for 10 in the game. Just 2 first downs in that first half for Ottawa. And there's 2nd and 10. Davis rolling to his right, again looking for Harris, but that might have been just throwing the ball away. That was way out of bounds, and quickly 2 and out, and Ottawa is punting again.
This is just straight ugly here for Ottawa. I don't know where he was going with that. I don't know what the play design was. There was nobody open, and he kind of threw it running diagonally away from where the ball was snapped and just to nobody. So great start by Hamilton.
Yes. Andy, get this, it's the 20th straight offensive possession without a point for Ottawa. That offense just is struggling. Came in with the fewest points scored. Richie Leone kicking, that'll send Frankie Williams running to his left, and the ball doesn't seem to want to go out of bounds. It stopped just by the sideline at the Hamilton 31. Frankie Williams ran about 4 yards, got up to the 35, so that's where Hamilton will start their first possession of the second half.
Well, that was a well-executed play by the punter there. Excellent punt, putting it about a foot from the sideline, 50 yards deep. So, one positive.
Yes. David Watford, in that first half, 13 for 18, threw for 110 yards and a touchdown. He passed to Stephen Dunbar for his first passing touchdown as a member of the Tiger Cats. Sean Thomas Erlington gets the handoff, and he had to work for the yard or yard and a half that he got on first down.
I'd still like to see the Tiger Cats build on their playbook a little bit with Watford in here and try to hit some intermediate or deep shots instead of all the the screen passes and the short dump offs. But nonetheless, very effective and efficient. So if it's not broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, it's a tough call. It's been a very safe offense. They're not turning the ball over, and that's a big key. David Watford, oh boy, did I almost put the jinx on that. Very nearly picked off. That was Don Anamba, who was right there. The pass was behind the intended receiver. Fortunately for the Tiger Cats, that goes incomplete, and they'll have a chance to punt.
Well, someone made a mistake on that play because it was 3 receivers to the field, 2 short out routes. We used to call that dog, double out with a go on the outside, D-O-G, and one of my Tasker and I's favorites there. But somebody made a misread because one receiver was running into the other, and luckily that wasn't intercepted.
Task and Two's never made a misread, right?
we did that play a lot, so we learned how to play off each other very well.
Michael Domagala, not a great kick. It is fielded by Dedmon at just inside his own 40, and he will take it to the 44. So for Ottawa, where they've started with field position, that's not bad for them in this second half. It is 14-0 Tiger Cats early. Welcome back to Ottawa. There was a no-yards penalty on Stavros Katsantonis, so that puts Ottawa up near midfield, and on first down, it's a big gain for the Redblacks. Devontae Dedmon getting involved in the offense now. He's been their biggest weapon on kick returns, and this is a big gain. It's a first down for Ottawa, and they are now into Hamilton territory.
First time all game in their territory, and the Ticats got a little bit of taste of their own medicine. The Redblacks ran the same tunnel screen that Dunbar scored his touchdown on, and well executed for about 15 yards.
On the Hamilton 43, first down for Dominic Davis. Shotgun, empty backfield, throws to his left. There's another completion. And that's Anthony Coombs, the slot back, who will be close to another first down. Maybe a yard short.
That was a good play design there. They had 4 receivers all in a zone areas about 5 yards downfield, with Coombs running the out route on the left of Davis, and he chose that one to throw to as the soft spot, and they got 9 yards.
Second and 1 now on the Hamilton 33. Davis under center, and there's that Hamilton defense. Jovan Santos Knox, Jagarrett Davis, they're standing there with their hands in the air, indicating third down. Ted Laurent right in the middle of things. Dylan Wins upside down, doing whatever he had to do to stop that quarterback keeper of Davis.
Teddy's big body was in there before the snap.
Offside. Hamilton, number 97. A 5-yard penalty will result in a first down.
Yeah, so that's the penalty, Andy. Ted Laurent a little bit early. We just saw a replay. He was quite a bit early.
Sometimes there's just a little slight movement or look in one of the O-linemen's face that can cause a defender to do that.
Just the second penalty of the game for the Tiger Cats. It's an interception. Ball is picked off by Jamal Roll, and he's got an opening down the sidelines at the 25, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Tiger Cats. Jamal Roll on the interception. It's another defensive touchdown for Hamilton, and they are way ahead now, up 20-0 with the convert remaining.
Well, that's the result when you're late on an out route to a cut coverage defender. And to add insult to injury, I think Davis pulled up with a hamstring trying to make the tackle on this play. But you can't be late throwing that short pass into coverage, and Roll read it all the way. Excellent jump on the ball, and just walks in. Nobody within 15 yards of him the whole way to the end zone. But watch Davis here running after the ball. Excuse me, I guess you're not watching, but he certainly pulled up with some kind of injury. So we'll see. We'll keep you posted on that.
88-yard interception for a touchdown. And the convert afterwards by Bertolette is right down the middle. That defense, we've talked about it a lot, knew it would be a key in this game. It has been. They've given Ottawa nothing, and they've taken some themselves. Jamal Roll, 88-yard interception for a touchdown. It's 21-0. Hamilton. Defense, big key for Hamilton. They have not allowed the Redblacks to score a point, and Jamal Roll, interception for a touchdown. It's 21-0 for the Tiger Cats. This is game number 7 of this 14-game season for Hamilton. They came in tied for first place in the East Division despite a tough start to the season, some injuries, and trying to get above 500 for the first time. Oh, this kickoff return. It was dropped by Devontae Dedmon. He was able to pick it up, but the special teams of the Tiger Cats solid again. They don't give them much. They might have held them inside the 30. Depends where they spot this. They might move it up to the 30.
That last interception for a return was...
During the return, illegal block. Ottawa number 43, 10-yard penalty and a first down.
Nothing going Ottawa's way. In is Matt Nichols at quarterback. That was the third pick 6 this season for Hamilton. Simone Lawrence has company with Jamal Roll with the touchdowns.
Yeah, Davis got hurt on the play. The Redblacks just gave up on that.
Matt Nichol, a handoff on first down. And that will be a lot of work for maybe a yard, maybe 2 on the play, but that run defense for Hamilton has been very, very good.
Yeah, you cannot be late on a throw, on a quick out throw to the wide out when the defender is in low coverage, like Jamal Roll was on that play for the interception for the touchdown. It's just it's going to happen every time. The receiver can't do anything about it. His back's to the defender.
2nd and 8, Ottawa on their own 20. Matt Nickel, his first pass of the game is complete to R.J. Harris. He will get past the 25, close to the 28, where Ottawa needed to get for the first down. Looks like they're going to be inches short of the first down.
They're going for it here. Hurry up offense.
Be a tough stop for Hamilton. Matt Nickel, he's going to keep it, and he should have enough for the first down. They indicate it is a first down for Ottawa.
Good play by Ottawa there on 2nd down. It was only a check down over the middle, but the timing of the throw is what allowed the receiver to get some yards after the catch and pick up 9.5 instead of only a 5 or 6 yard gain.
So Matt Nickel in at quarterback. Dominic Davis started, did not have a lot going on, and he came up a little bit lame on that interception for a touchdown on Jamal Roll. Matt Nickel seems to have a little more going on. Another completion, and that's Timothy Flanders working his way across the 35, maybe to the 37. A couple yards short of the first down.
Cam Kelly blitzed off the wide side of the field, and typically when you have an edge blitzer, you want to throw into the blitz because that's where there's going to be a void in the defense behind, and Matt Nickel did just that for a solid 6.5 yard gain. 7.
Yeah, they're saying 2nd and 3. Ottawa on their own 36. Matt Nickel in the shotgun, 3 receivers to the field side. Fakes a pitch, and there's no time. It's eliminated. A sack for the Tiger Cats. It is Mason Bennett coming in for his 2nd sack of the season. It's a loss on the play, and Ottawa's punting again.
A little bit of a delayed blitz there, or a stunt by Bennett, and he just comes in untouched. And by the time Nickel faked the pitch to the jet sweeper, he had no chance. He was gobbled up by Bennett.
Mason Bennett, born in Winnipeg, 2nd sack of the season, trailing only Jagarrett Davis on the Tiger Cats, who has 3 quarterback sacks. Richie Leone standing on his own 15-yard line. Punt on this rainy night in Ottawa. Back inside his own 30, Frankie Williams. Tiger Cats in the gold pants, white tops, and Frankie Williams could not get a lot. He got it past the 35. There is a flag on the play.
This one might be holding Hamilton.
So a big play by Mason Bennett forces Ottawa to punt. We will sort out the penalty when we come back. The score is 21-0 for the Tiger Cats. Just past the midway point of the 3rd quarter in Ottawa. Hamilton starting on their own 25-yard line. David Watford back to pass and going much deeper than he's tried in the past. Had Tim White near the near sideline, just inside the numbers, but it was overthrown and goes incomplete.
I love that play call. They had the big team formation and only 3 receivers going out for a pattern. So max protection, play action, and on the wide side of the field, Tim White running a post comeback, one-on-one out there, and he had the defender. He won on the route, but just the bad angle coming out of the route. Not sure if it was the QB or the receiver's fault on that one.
4 receivers in motion to the field side. Pass behind Tim White, but he turned and made a good catch. He'll take it past the 25, maybe to the 26-yard line. It won't be enough for a first down, and Hamilton's going to punt.
It's tough when you continue to run those wide receiver screens. The receivers who are blocking need to maintain their block, and Unger wasn't able to on that one. But when a defense has seen it time and time again like they have tonight, it's tough to continue to win on those blocks.
Michael Domagala, the rookie out of Carleton, back to punt, standing at his 13-yard line. Devontae Dedman the returner for the Redblacks. And he's one of the best at his own 35. Gets to the 40-45, up to the 50, and that's where the special teams tracks him down. Curtis Newton was the first two deadmen, and he'll stop him short of the 50.
Decent return there by Ottawa, but I honestly think that was great coverage by Hamilton. When you have a low line drive punt like that, it's hard to get your cover team down before the returner catches the ball. So he certainly had some space, and to only allow him, a dozen yards there was a win in my books for the Tiger Cat punt cover team.
Longest offensive drive for Ottawa tonight is 24 yards, and that one ended up in a interception for a touchdown for Jamal Roll. Matt Nickel in at quarterback. Steps out of the pocket, pressure was coming. It's a short pass, complete to R.J. Harris for about 2 yards.
Another check down over the middle. Probably about 80% of their completion percentage tonight has been the check down over the middle.
Yeah.
It's been, it hasn't been pretty for this Ottawa offense, but you got to give credit to the defenders in white and gold.
Yeah, they just keep bringing it. 5 of 6 games, this Hamilton defense this year has held opponents under 20 points. Ottawa, nothing tonight. Under 5 minutes to go, third quarter. Nickel in there to pass. It's a low pass right near the first down marker, and the question is, did Ryan Davis catch that ball? They're saying he did. That was a low pass, and Hamilton arguing that it bounced.
I think he caught this one. And I think you're right, RJ.
Yeah, we're getting a replay.
They got away with it. It did hit the ground, but nonetheless, I think they got the playoff. So I like that play design, though. I've seen that one before. I used to run that with Coach Lapalisse myself, where they kind of have 4 receivers to one side, and late the last man in is running the option route at 10 yards, and he was wide open on the out route, but poor throw.
Orlando Steinauer had the challenge flag out there.
Hamilton is challenging the ruling on the field of a completed pass. They believe it was incomplete. The play will be reviewed.
So despite Ottawa, they maybe knew what the result was, and they tried to get that play off quickly, but Coach O, he got the flag in there in time.
Yeah, well communicated by the booth or by the defense to Coach Orlando, because this one, they're going to win this challenge.
Yeah, from the replays we've seen, it would be hard to believe they would keep the call on the field of a completed pass.
Yeah, just a poor throw on that one. The receiver was wide open and could have even had.
It was an incomplete pass. The ball will be placed on the left hash on the Ottawa 51-yard line, and it will be third down.
Sorry, Andre.
Andre Prue, the referee. So he described it perfectly. Ball on the 51, the left hash, and Ottawa punting again. So Coach O's been good on the challenges this year.
He has. He has been good, and that was their best play design so far for the Ottawa offense, resulting in nothing. Little confusion on the Hamilton side.
Richie Leone's punt. It's a good one. Frankie Williams back on his own 10. Gets to the 15, tries to sidestep the tackler, can't do it, and he'll bring it up to about the 17-yard line.
There's going to be too many men here on Hamilton. Some confusion before the punt.
So the flag on the play. We'll wait for the call from Andre Prue, the referee tonight in Ottawa on a rainy night. Some diehard fans, including some Hamilton Tiger Cats fans, have made the trip to TD Place. 21-0, Tiger Cats lead the Ottawa Redblacks. And we'll sort out that penalty and find out what the call was, but it looks like Hamilton, regardless, will be starting pretty deep in their own end.
I'm not sure here, RJ. I think I've had some nightmares with too many men in my days, and I believe that's a 10-yard penalty for a first down. So I think Ottawa's going to stay on offense here.
Those old Rough Rider days, Andy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you might be right. It does look like Ottawa is lining up. So mistake after the good challenge by Orlando Steinauer, and we just got to look at him down at the sidelines. He does not look pleased with that result. Ottawa with 122 total offensive plays since their last touchdown. You're an offensive player. How frustrating must that be?
Yeah, that's not a pretty stat. And the fact this is only the second time they've crossed midfield all game long, and this one due to a penalty.
That's right, yeah.
And the first one also helped by a penalty. It's just looking very bleak for this team. Got to make some shuffling. All right, some other confusion here. Perhaps I was mistaken. We'll see what's going on.
Well, we're looking at where they had the sticks, and it did look like Ottawa had their offense out there, and now they're heading off. So it is going to be Hamilton.
After review
Here's the
by
call.
the video official, Hamilton only had 11 players on the field. The player leaving the field was the 12th man on the field. Therefore, no infraction. First down, Hamilton.
Wow. You don't get that one often.
No, the video review comes through for the Tiger Cats.
They were playing 11 against 12 there.
No penalty for playing a man short.
Like a red card or something in soccer.
Yeah. Well, the good news for Hamilton is they have the football. And pretty much exactly what we thought would happen. Starting from their own 17, David Watford, he'll get a gain of 5 on the quarterback keeper on first down.
A designed run all day with a little bit of play action, both from the running back and a jet sweeper receiver. However, Watford just up the right side off tackle. Decent gain.
Ball on the Hamilton 23 on the right hash. It'll be 2nd and 5 for the Tiger Cats.
Two fullbacks in the game.
Watford keeps again, and the Redblacks were on it. The defensive end, Avery Ellis, he brings David Watford down. That'll be short of the first down. So a couple of quarterback keepers do not result in a first down for the Tiger Cats, and on comes Michael Domagala to punt again.
Yeah, not much there, and almost a fumble on the exchange. I think he tried to hand it off and then decided at the last second to keep it. Had to bobble it a little bit, but was able to secure it and prevent the fumble.
Yeah, looking at that replay, you're right, Andy. They're lucky to hang on to that ball and not have a fumble, and David Watford's been very good at that, not turning the ball over. Hamilton getting pushed back inside his own 10, punting is Domagala. Devontae Dedmon up to the 50, and he dropped it and had to just pounce on it. He did get to the football before the Tiger Cats could, but it limited his gain, and probably a bit fortunate for the Tiger Cats on that return. Dedmon so dangerous, and he didn't field it cleanly, so he just had to jump on it.
Yeah, that was lucky he didn't catch that in stride, but that's one of those ones in the film room that Jeff Reinbold's going to love. When you have a short kick like that with the returner coming up full speed and you still are able to maintain that halo, that's well-disciplined coverage.
Matt Nickel in the shotgun. Devontae Dedmon in the backfield this time. He'll take the handoff, and he'll bring it to midfield, close to a 5-yard gain on first down.
Yeah, good field position here for Ottawa. But those low liner punts when those returners are up, you see those halo flags probably 75% of the time. So good job there, especially by Nick Cross, of maintaining his 5-yard distance away from Desmond.
First downs have been tough to come by for the Redblacks. 2nd and 6. The pass bounces in front of R.J. Harris, incomplete. And the Redblacks, they'll be punting now.
R.J. Harris was running the slant, and Matt Nickel had him here, but he tried to throw it across his body instead of stepping into the throw, and maybe he was a little bit late, but he just kind of threw it right in the dirt. So oftentimes when you're late as a quarterback and you try to rush the throw, it's going into the dirt short and left if you're a right-handed quarterback.
More confusion on special teams. Stavros Katsantonis sprinting out in this punt coverage. Frankie Williams took it at his 10, got across the 15, maybe to the 16. Getting late in the third quarter. Has just been one score in the second half. It was an interception return for a touchdown by Jamal Roll.
A series of sloppy plays here by the Tiger Cats on special teams and that offensive play on the exchange. So hopefully they clean that up and get back down to some sound football.
Just over a minute to go, third quarter. Clock is running. Ball placed on the 16-yard line of the Tiger Cats. David Watford has two receivers to the boundary side and completes to Jalen Anklin, but I think they whistled it down before the play, and it is a timeout called by the Tiger Cats.
Yeah, very strange looking setup there. Kalinic was in the game, and Irons was outside of him, both directly to the right of Watford in the shotgun formation. So formation I've never seen before. I thought it might have been some kind of mini rollout to the right, but Tommy didn't like what he saw and told Coach O to call the timeout. So reset. Kalinic still in the game, though.
21-0 lead for Hamilton. 1st and 10 from their own 16. David Watford back to pass. Has a receiver up at the 32-yard line. Tim White diving for it, but I think it was a bounce before it got to him, and it is incomplete.
Similar play call to when they missed Tim White on the post comeback earlier, and I'm going to put this one on Tim White because he ran a post curl this time but did not come back to the football at all. He just sat and waited for it, ended up bouncing right before his hands. So I think he could have got that if he just took 2 steps back towards Watford.
3 receivers to the field side. Malik Irons joins them. The throw over the head of Jalen Anklin. So that'll send the Tiger Cats offense off the field again. They didn't manage any gain there, and Michael Damagala punting one more time. That's always risky with Devontae Dedman returning for Ottawa.
Dangerous throw there. I believe it was a hitch flat concept to the short side of the field, which was for zone, but it was man coverage. So Watford went the wrong direction on that play call. He should have came to the field where he had 4 options for the man pattern.
Michael Damagala back on his own 2-yard line to punt this ball away. Likely the last play of the third quarter. Hamilton leading 21-0. Damagala, pretty good punt. It'll bounce, roll past midfield. Dedman picks it up there and will only get about 2 yards on that return, but Ottawa will be on Hamilton's side of the field to begin this next possession.
Looks like there might have been a fumble there. I'm not sure.
Through 3 quarters, it's 21-0 for the Tiger Cats. Back in Ottawa, first play of the fourth quarter. Anthony Coombs, the slot back, gets a handoff, and he ran further laterally than he got a gain there. Maybe a couple of yards for Ottawa.
I think it was a couple of yards lost. They're back on their own side of the midfield now. So just when you thought there was a chance.
It was a long run. It just was laterally. So 2nd and 13. It was a loss of 3 on first down. Matt Nickel in at quarterback. Throws and completes to Nate Bahar, and he got to the original line of scrimmage and not much more. So here we go again. This second half, with the exception of Jamal Roll's interception for a touchdown, not much has happened. Hamilton's punted 4 times. This will be the 5th time Ottawa's punted, and they have that interception in there. So second half that has been all defense.
Yeah, quite honestly, been some ugly football here in the second half. defense for Hamilton shining throughout the game, but Ottawa's defense playing well as well here in the second half.
Richie Leone, another punt, trying to hem Hamilton deep. Frankie Williams inside his own 10, dropped it, had time to pick it up, doesn't have time to get any gain at all. This will be tough starting field position for Hamilton. They'll be inside their own 10. Richie Leone has punted 10 times tonight.
Yeah, a couple of the best plays for Ottawa have been by Richie Leone, and that's unfortunate if you're a fan of the Redblacks or on the team and in the organization. But good news for Hamilton. They're just complete domination here throughout the game. So we'll see if they can what their game plan will be here in the fourth quarter. They're going to play conservative and try to just get out of here with the W, or try to expand their playbook a bit and get some more experience for Watford and his receivers.
3-possession game, 21-0. Tiger Cats lead. They have another defensive touchdown in this game, and that has been a real key for the Tiger Cats of late.
Yeah, I can't tell you how much that helps a team, and just the energy on the sideline, and more than just 7 points on the board or the 6 plus whatever, but it just the momentum, the confidence, and it's oftentimes when you play that complementary football that the offense gets a spark, or the special teams. So you just build off each other, and you know that you're all in it together. It's so nice to get those defensive touchdowns.
3 missed field goals tonight for Hamilton as well. One of them went for a single, but that could potentially have been 8 more points on the board for the Tiger Cats. They're up by quite a bit here, but they are starting inside their own 10 on this drive.
Certainly not over. CFL, lots of time to play here. 13-19 left to go, and one play could really change this game and turn it into a 2-score game.
Hamilton defense, once again, a strong game, top defense in the East Division. Getting close to BC and Winnipeg for numbers. The numbers in this game will certainly help the Hamilton defense. Offense trying to get something going. Starting on their own 9-yard line to begin this drive with just over 13 minutes to go in the game. David Watford has Tim White run in front of him. It's a handoff to Malik Irons. He'll get past the 12, close to the 15. Looks like they'll mark him at the 14.
Seen a lot of 3 and 4 receiver sets for Hamilton tonight, instead of the traditional spread offense of 5 receivers and 1 running back. Again, here we got 1 receiver coming in, but still that only makes 4. So Kalinick, the fullback, still in the game. 24 personnel, as they call it on defense.
2nd and 5 for the Tiger Cats. Still deep in their own territory inside their 15. Need 5 yards for the first down. David Watford, empty backfield, throws to the right. Nico Kalinic makes the catch, and he turns around, and the Redblacks are right there. He is hit immediately, and it won't be enough for the first down. Micah Alway right there again for Ottawa.
Yeah, there's 3 Ottawa defenders there. This Ottawa defense is trying to give their offense a spark and do anything they can to keep them in this game, and they certainly are. Hamilton hasn't been able to get anything going here in the second half, and that was excellently read by those defenders on the flat route to Kalinic, and hit him as soon as he caught the ball.
Michael Domagala on his own 2-yard line again to punt. Devontae Dedman back to return for Ottawa. He came into the game leading the league in combined yards. 5 straight punts now for the Tiger Cats, so the offense hasn't been able to move the ball. That'll bounce, and Devontae Dedman back a couple of steps on his side of midfield. Now he's to the 50, the 45, the 40. He's got some room, 30, 25, 20. Diving to try to get Dedman. He gets down to the 1. It is a touchdown. Devontae Dedman on the punt return gets Ottawa on the board, and it's game on here at TD Place. Redblacks will get some momentum from this, and they'll likely turn this into a 2-score game.
Wow, you asked for a spark and Dedmon delivered. What an effort. He had some great blocking to start off that punt return, but near the end to avoid Domingala and another tackler right on the goal line. Some Reggie Bush type stops running full speed and jump cuts back into the center of the field. What an effort here by Dedmon.
5 straight punts for Hamilton, and Devontae Dedmon, he's just too good. He gets that many opportunities, he's going to break one, and he did. 61 yards for a touchdown on the punt return. So Ottawa, who hasn't been able to have anything going offensively, gets that punt return touchdown. Now trying for the point after. And it's good. It is 21-7. Tiger Cats still lead, but Ottawa has their first spark of the game, and it should be interesting now in the fourth quarter. Devontae Dedmon, 61-yard punt return for a touchdown for the Redblacks, and it's 21-7. Hamilton still leading. Offense has not had anything going for the Ticats in the second half. Last 5 possessions, 5 straight 2-and-outs, 16 total yards.
Yeah, that was the spark that Ottawa needed. Hamilton's going to have to string together a few first downs and give their defense a break here.
Frankie Williams on the return, trying to answer what Devontae Dedmon did. Now Frankie backtracking, and he'll be taken down around his 25, and it looks like the Redblacks are riding some momentum. A good special teams tackle by the fullback, Marco Dubois.
Yeah, I guess their defense doesn't really need a break. They haven't been out there, but regardless, they got to take some time off the clock and string some success together here, because this could be anybody's game. Just give the ball right back.
You're right, Andy. 16 yards in the second half, and that's what Ottawa is thinking. That Jamal Roll interception for a touchdown, that's looking massive right now.
Back to the 24 personnel again.
David Watford, hands off. Malik Irons will get past the 30. Looks like a gain of about 2.
You can really see the confidence growing for this Ottawa defense. They're all over that run and getting up with some excitement. The momentum is shifting here.
2nd and 8, Hamilton on their own 31. David Watford looking at the wristband, knows he has to find something in that playbook to move the ball, keep the offense on the field. They don't want to punt again.
Crowd getting into it. Players are trying to rev them up.
Here's the waggle. 4 receivers to the field side. The pass to Dunbar was low. He reached for it, could not come up with a grab. So it's another 2-and-out for this Hamilton offense, and they will punt again. I see Ryan Davis going back to maybe return this punt. Not sure if Devontae Dedmon is back there as well. He might still be tired.
Poorly executed play there. Had the 4 receivers to the wide side, like you said, and Dunbar on the outside runs the slant underneath everyone, and he kind of slowed down, and the throw had him continuing to move.
Big play here. Michael Domingala punting, standing inside his own 20-yard line. Last punt was returned for a touchdown. Domingala's punt, it's a good one. Sending Davis back to his 20, he drops the ball, picks it up before Hamilton can get there, but then he is tripped up. And it won't be much of a return, just inside the 20-yard line. It was Jarek Richards, one of the newcomers for Hamilton, with the tackle. 21-7, Ticats lead, fourth quarter. Fourth quarter in Ottawa, TD Place. It's 21-7. Tiger Cats leading the Redblacks. Ottawa in possession. Matt Nickel now 5 for 7 in the game, and that completion to Ryan Davis, the rookie, and he'll be close to the first down.
Good start to the drive there for Ottawa. 4 receivers to the wide side of the field and a rollout that way, and just found a receiver.
Good enough for the, sorry, Andy, good enough for the first down. And this is another completion. It's Timothy Flanders, the running back, and he's working his way. He's up close to another first down here for Ottawa. So a couple of good plays for the Redblacks.
Picking up the tempo, going with the QB sneak. Looks like he got it. It's going to be another first down for Ottawa. It's hard to make your defense shut them down all game long, but you got to say this is the most important drive for the Hamilton defense.
And it looks like one of the best drives for the Redblacks offense. 16th possession tonight for Ottawa. That they've started a drive just once in Hamilton territory. Hard to believe. And wide open on the play is Ryan Davis running down the sideline. He's into Hamilton territory just across the 45 down to the 44 of the Tiger Cats. All of a sudden, the Redblacks are in business here.
Miscommunication for the field corner and field halfback there. Nobody guarded the outside third.
Hurry up happening again. The ball's already snapped to Matt Nickel. Empty backfield. He looked to the right, nobody there, pump faked, and then just threw the ball away as the pressure was coming from the Tiger Cats.
One of the few breakdowns in coverage we've seen in recent weeks by the Hamilton defense. Just both defenders kind of attached to the curl around the hash mark, and the out route was wide open. Nobody within 10 yards of him.
Massive down here. Redblacks on the Hamilton 44. It's 2nd and 10. Matt Nickel in at quarterback. In relief of Dominic Davis. Left the game. Looked like he was a little sore. Nickel flushed out of the pocket, running to his right, looking for someone open. He's going to tuck this football and try to get the first down. He put his head down and barrels into the linebacker, Cam Kelly. And he will be close to a first down after that. It looks like Matt Nickel may have hurt himself. He's gone to the sideline grabbing his left wrist. So he did not slide. He tried to do what he could to get the first down, and he might have paid the price. He might be hurt.
Yeah, excellent effort there by Nichols, but he was holding the ball in his left hand, and I think that got hit by the helmet of the tackler. And, oh, that's hard to see when you got a little bit of momentum going there. Ottawa taking a timeout to check in on him.
Yeah, he walked off to the sideline. And Cam Kelly with the tackle, and right away, Matt Nickel went to his helmet with his left hand, and it clearly didn't have the strength that he wanted it to have. So he's gone to the sideline. So what's Ottawa going to do here? Can Dominic Davis come back?
Well, it looks like I don't think so. He can't come back with that injury. He's got to be the third string QB, you would think. I don't know. It almost looks like number 80 is going in there to take the snap.
Nate Bahar. Matt Nickel came in, went 7 for 10, 68 yards, 11 rush yards, and he was showing a lot of heart trying to get that first down.
Yeah, Ottawa has no third-string quarterback on the depth chart, so it's going to be interesting to see what they do here. Bahar behind center.
And this will be a keeper. Trying to get the first down. There were inches needed, and Hamilton celebrating. Dylan Wynn was right there to put up a roadblock. Now the question is, where's this spot going to be? Did Hamilton stop the Redblacks?
No, they did not. Big stand by Hamilton. You can't think that he's taken a lot of practices on that and a lot of reps in that in practice. Good jump by Hamilton right on the 3rd and short to get the push. Nowhere to go for Bahar. Turnover on downs.
So that is huge for the Hamilton defense. They did stop the Redblacks. Nate Bahar, the receiver, trying to do the keeper. And what is going to happen with Ottawa in their next possession? It's a 21-7 football game. Jamal Roll with an interception for a touchdown. Devontae Dedman, a punt return for a touchdown.
Ottawa's challenging the spot here. Feels like they got it, but I'm not sure. It looked like Dylan Wynn and his buddies next to him really stuffed up that hole for Bahar, and he had nowhere to go.
Ottawa is challenging the spot on the play. The play will be reviewed.
For Paul LaPolice, the head coach of Ottawa, you really have to challenge it, don't you? Because you're turning the ball over anyway. If you get the review, you possibly could get the first down and keep the football.
Well, it was pretty close on that one. The referees, the line judges on the side of the play had much different spots. The one coming from the far side of the field looked like he was really close to the first down, if not had it. And then the near side of the field there showed at least a foot less and immediately awarded Hamilton the ball. So we'll let the eye in the sky. It never lies, right? We'll let it decide.
Well, Dylan Wynn didn't budge. And in the last game, he ran 74 yards on Calgary's biggest offensive play. Here's the call.
Center, the ruling on the field stands. It will be first down Hamilton. Ottawa is out of timeout and out of challenge.
Well, that's the only negative for the Redblacks. They don't have another timeout, but turning the ball over on downs on a play that was so close, probably worth a shot for Paul LaPolice. Did not win the challenge. Hamilton's offense back out there with less than 7 minutes to go, leading 21-7. David Watford, the handoff to Tim White, the speedy Tim White. He's still on his feet, running laterally, and now he cuts it upfield, and he'll get about 5 on that run.
Well, that was good patience and ball carrying by Tim White, because it looked like Ottawa read that perfectly, but he went upfield and then bounced it back outside twice during that route to pick up 5, and it looked like he was going to be stopped for no gain at all.
Clock running. 2nd and 5 here for the Tiger Cats. They have not been able to move the ball on offense in the second half. David Watford takes a look to his left. Plenty of motion over there. 3 receivers. Jalen Ackland starts the waggle and very close to being offside. Watford keeps, and he has enough for the first down. He's up near the Hamilton 50-yard line.
Yeah, it didn't look like a big hole there, but he managed to squeeze his way through, and he honestly barely got touched and brought down. That could have been even a bigger gain, but from here it looked like there wasn't much, but he was able to snake his way through and find enough for the first down. Good run, Watford, and good hole by the offensive lineman.
The running's been good. The passing has been ineffective. Watford 2 for 7 in the second half for just 5 yards passing. In the shotgun. Handoff goes to Sean Thomas Erlington, and he will fight for 4 or 5 on first down.
Yeah, back to 33 personnel with 2 fullbacks in the game, Kalinich and Cross. And here they go on second down. They're going to bring it back to the 15 personnel, meaning 1 running back and 5 receivers in the game. More traditional spread offense.
All right, Hamilton in need of a first down. There's under 5 minutes to go. Clock continues to roll. Hamilton leading 21-7. David Watford took his belt off and threw it deep into the backfield. It'll be another quarterback keeper. He's rushed for 40 yards already, and he's going to get another first down here for the Tiger Cats. Looks like he got about 6 on that run, and that'll move the sticks.
Looks like he was reading the middle linebacker on that. He had the running back coming out of the backfield, and if the middle linebacker goes with the running back, that means it's going to be man-to-man, and they're going to set up the QB draw. If it was a zone play, then they're outnumbered on the outside with their blockers, so he would have thrown the screen pass to the running back.
Watford was the leading rusher for the Tiger Cats in the last game. He's up to 48 yards here. Another handoff, this time to Tim White, trying to get to the outside. Ottawa finally tracks him down. Looks like he got about a gain of 7.
Almost exact same run as a few plays ago, but the opposite direction, where he was patient, getting a little bit of vertical acceleration before bouncing it back outside to the left this time. So another good effort when there wasn't much. It didn't look like there was much there. Good patience to let Ackland seal the block.
Ball on the Ottawa 45. Hamilton starting to move the ball now. 108 yards rushing for the Tiger Cats in the game. Here comes another one. David Watford with a keeper, and he's hit hard as he was grabbed from behind by Nigel Romick and brought down.
Yeah,
he's okay, though. He's up.
You saw a couple injuries to the quarterbacks on the Ottawa side, and Hamilton certainly can't afford another quarterback injury. But running with Watford a lot here, almost playing with fire in a sense when you see hits like that.
There is a Tiger Cat down. It's Niko Kalinic. He's been effective for the Tiger Cats in blocking. He's had some big catches.
Yeah, I didn't want to jinx it earlier. When you come on these short weeks, injuries is something that's usually pretty prevalent, but I think this is the first one for Hamilton tonight, which is a positive sign. Hopefully he's okay and get back in the game tonight.
Kalinic still being looked at on the field. 3 minutes and 7 seconds to go in the game, so Hamilton ineffective in the second half, moving the football on offense, have finally been able to do it thanks to some good runs from David Watford and Tim White, and that's taken some time off the clock.
Good to see Kalinic get up here and walk off the field on his own. He's been such a big part of the offense tonight and in recent weeks, and I think we'll see more of that to continue throughout the rest of the season.
So Niko Kalinic gets off under his own power. Ball on the Ottawa 42. It's 3rd and inches. Ottawa defense, they're digging in. David Watford, he's under center. And a flag comes out. And Hamilton's pointing at Ottawa's line, and Ottawa's line's pointing at Hamilton's. So we'll have to wait and see which team jumped. That would make getting the first down a lot easier if it's Ottawa. Here's the call. There's a lot of talk, so Andre Proulx hasn't opened his mic yet. Here it is.
After review by the video official, we've got defensive offside, Ottawa number 24. It will be a 5-yard penalty, a first down, and a timeout now.
So it was Ottawa who jumped Micah Awe, and that is a first down for the Tiger Cats. And 3-minute warning hits here in Ottawa. Tiger Cats lead the Redblacks 21-7. Back in Ottawa, home stretch. 2 minutes, 50 seconds and counting. Hamilton in Ottawa territory. The handoff to Sean Thomas Erlington. He's past the 35 down to the 34 of the Redblacks. A sustained drive here for Hamilton just when they needed it. It's taken a lot of time off the clock. They've been able to move the ball finally after a pretty stagnant offensive second half.
Yeah, perfect timing for Hamilton to wake up and get a few first downs together. I'd love to see them be able to end this game on their own terms on offense.
2nd and 6. David Watford throws
That's a fumble.
to the right.
That's a fumble.
It's behind the line of scrimmage. It is bouncing around, and who came up with this football?
I think he got back on it. A good
Sean
thing.
Thomas
Erlington.
Sean Thomas Erlington was able to get to it. It looked like it was intended for
It was intended
Ackland or Tyler Turnowski behind the line of scrimmage, and he had to reach out, got a hand on it, and that turned into a bit of a mess for the Tiger Cats.
Looked like he just took a few too many steps backwards on that. You always want to step back and kind of bow out but be catching that ball moving forwards, but he was still moving laterally or even backwards when that ball got to him. So it was a backwards pass.
Hamilton will punt. Michael Damagala standing at the 55-yard line, right at midfield. Ottawa does have a punt return for a touchdown in the game. That's accounted for their only scoring. Devontae Dedman with the big return. Oh, and that's fumbled by Dedman right down at the 10-yard line. And Jarek Richards, who's come up with some special teams tackles, and here he gets the fumble return on that punt. And the Hamilton Tiger Cats offense will come back on the field, and they will start at the Ottawa 8-yard line. Another big special teams play for the Tiger Cats.
Wow, so many mishaps on the return side for the Redblacks here. Of course, they had the touchdown, but a few dropped returns, and that one going to Richards, who started the game off falling coming out of the tunnel and made a few big plays. He's been all over the screen tonight.
Sometimes you need that fall to get you into the game. David Watford, another quarterback keeper. He is down to the 5, maybe got to the 4-yard line.
Well, it looks like they'll get another chance to end on their own terms here. Maybe they won't be able to pick up a first down because it is 2nd and goal from the 5.
David Watford, last 2 games, he's had 11 carries for 87 yards. He's brought in that running aspect. He's been very protective over the football, limited the turnovers. Let's see what the Tiger Cats do. 2nd and goal from the Ottawa 5. It is a fake handoff. Watford trying to dance his way past the Redblacks defenders, but it's going to wind up being a loss of a yard on that play. And it'll be 3rd and goal from 6 or 7 yard line.
It's nice to see Klinich back in the game. Looks like he's okay. So Ottawa is going to get the ball back down 17 if he hits this with about a minute left in the game. So a lot of work to do.
Important to get these points. Taylor Bertolette 2 for 5 in this game. He's made from 40 and 50. This is a short one. Ball at the 14, should be a little chip shot for Bertolette for the field goal. And it is good. So Bertolette hits the 14-yard field goal, and Hamilton increases its lead to 24-7, and there's a minute to go in the football game. Not much happening in the second half. Jamal Roll had that interception for a touchdown, took it back 88 yards, and the defense coming through again, giving a little bit of breathing room. The offense had trouble moving the ball in the second half, but late in the fourth quarter, they finally got it going, took some time off the clock, and then that turnover right there, Devontae Dedman, who was a real bright spot for Ottawa in this game. He fumbled the punt and picked up by Jarek Richards, turns into a field goal, and now Hamilton is in a pretty good spot to go above 500 for the first time this year.
Can't say enough good things about this Hamilton defense. Having the play of the game for 2 games in a row now, putting points on the board, but just a complete domination from start to finish here. Very exciting to see this group have the continuity in their personnel in recent weeks and really building off each other and playing sound football. No open receivers downfield for Ottawa, except for the one broken coverage, but other than that, they've been sound the entire game. Things look dangerous for the rest of the season in the East Division.
Hamilton defense doing it again, allowed just 167 total yards. Jamal Roll, the interception for a touchdown. On the kickoff return, Ottawa will start from about their own 33. The big question is, who is their quarterback? Dominic Davis started the game. On that interception, he pulled up lame, so he had to leave the game. In came Matt Nichols.
Bahar is back there again.
And Matt Nichols injured his wrist, so he had to leave the game, and it is the wide receiver, Nate Bahar, who comes in. Bahar, a Carleton grad. He'll start in the shotgun. This is very interesting when you get down to this situation. Timothy Flanders, they keep it on the ground. They need points. Flanders, pretty good run, though. He gets up to the 46. Time not on the side of the Redblacks. 48 seconds to go. Were you ever the third string quarterback or fourth string quarterback?
I might have been something string at some point, but I can tell you this is an exciting time for Bahar. Just to get in the game like this, sure his juices are flowing. We'll see if he throws a pass or not. I guess he's going to have to if they want a chance to win.
Yeah, they're down 24-7. They have to try for a big play, maybe an onside kick, but they don't. It's another handoff to Timothy Flanders, and this Tiger Cats defense isn't going to let anything happen there. Jagarrett Davis got a bear hug on him, and then in came the reinforcements, and that was it for a minimal gain. 29 seconds on the clock.
Clock running. Don't like seeing this lack of effort here, to be honest, but hard to imagine to have 17-point comeback with your receiver at quarterback with 30 seconds left against this Ticat defense.
Well, you want to talk about making a movie after a game. This would be one if Ottawa could somehow make a comeback. 10 seconds to go. Here is maybe the last play of the game. It's a short pass. Timothy Flanders takes the pass from Nate Bahar. And there'll be one more play. Again, a gain of maybe a yard or two on that play. Nowhere near what Ottawa needs, but their first and second string quarterback are injured.
Yeah, it's hard to believe that both these teams only have 2 quarterbacks on the dress roster for scenarios exactly like this.
Yeah.
It's, you hate to waste a dress spot for someone who's not going to play, but at the same time, in the most important position on the field, you need to have an option.
So Bahar, he will keep this time on the play action, and he is tackled by Cam Kelly. Little help there by Stavros Katsantonis, and that is it. The football game is over. The Tiger Cats win 24-7. Once again, the defense, the real story here, they held the Redblacks to very, very little, and getting the Jamal Roll interception for a touchdown turned out to be a little bit of breathing room, too, when Devontae Dedmon returned that punt for a touchdown. It still made it a 2-score game. If he didn't return that, all of a sudden that Dedmon touchdown would have changed the whole feel of this football game.
Well, certainly. But if you take that one off the board, this Ticat defense shut the Redblacks out completely tonight. And not only on the scoreboard, but watching the game, everything that happened, what a domination. You got to be excited about this Ticat defense. Holy cow. What a performance, and they're just building and getting better and better. So we're seeing that defense that was so dominant back in 2019. It's a different year, of course, but you're seeing that dominance come through again here in mid-season.
Great defensive effort. David Watford, again, a clean game. 15 for 25, 115 yards passing. He threw for a touchdown. No interceptions. He ran for 54 yards as well. That's back-to-back wins for the Tiger Cats. They've won 4 of their last 5 games. They're over 500 for the first time this season. And at the midway point of their season, they're in first place in the East Division. Post-game coverage is coming up next. For Andy Fantuz, I'm RJ Broadhead. Thanks for listening to Hamilton Tiger Cats football on the Ticats Audio Network.
Ticats Audio Network.